Hey folks, Lemonade here. This is going to be kind of a quick video, but I wanted to show you some upgrades I made to my Model O minus a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to update you on what are my thoughts here. The focus is going to be primarily on these PureTrak PureGlide PTFE skates because there's really little coverage for these at all on the internet, but also it's kind of a twofer because the Hotline Games anti-slip tape is also featured in this review, so you kind of take your pick on why you're here, but we'll talk about all that right after this. All right, folks. So as you know, I did a video, I'll put it up over here, on my experience with the Model O minus. And I love this mouse, but I think it's just overall size and the coating on this, it just felt a little bit slippery for my hands at times. So, you know, I was like, hey, let me look into grip tape. I wanted to get BTL grip tape. I couldn't find it anywhere, and we'll touch on that in a little bit. And I found this brand on Amazon, Hotline Games. And again, really no reviews or coverage on this. And I said, well, what the heck? Let me get this. And I said, well, while I'm at it, why don't I just replace the skates on my Model O minus? And you're probably like, whoa, Lemonade, those are black skates. Yeah, we'll get into that. And this is my experience after a few weeks. So let's start with the skates themselves. Company PureTrak, I've done a ton of reviews on their products, pretty much every product on their website. Why I like them so much, because they're fairly priced. They're kind of an underdog. They don't really get a lot of coverage in the YouTube space. And there's some products that kind of go under the radar, like these skates, that I want to touch on and just kind of inform you guys all on. Now, everyone knows Core Pads and Tiger Ice and all these brands. And probably everyone has heard to some point that get mouse skates that are pure virgin PTFE, they got to be white. And I'm kind of here to debunk that a bit. And I talked to PureTrak about this, and it makes a bit of sense. So black PTFE skates were obviously very common years ago, and then we kind of got into the cycle of, you know, the pure white virgin PTFE, or the gray ones, or the white ones, whatever, are better, and they're non-additive, and yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to show you here across several different mice in a few moments that really that's just a load of baloney. And it makes sense. PureTrak says that adding the microscopic amount of pigments to the PTFE really is absolutely unnoticeable. And more importantly than the color of the skates is the manufacturing process, how they are made, heated, and rounded. As you can see, these are incredibly well-rounded skates. That is far more important than the actual color of the skates. In the pack, you actually get two skates, so two sets of skates for $9.99, at least for the Model O. I didn't see on all of theirs. There's the old Model O skates there. And you can maybe see there, but you can see that there's kind of a rounding closer to the edges and around the edges. I mean, they're exceptionally well made. And again, you get two in the pack here. Now, the skates themselves, they're great. they were not scratchy or anything out of the box. I mean, they took, you know, the standard day or two to kind of break in and you know, get to that smoother, consistent feel. And here I'm going to show you how the whole white versus black thing is completely just irrelevant. So here we have the Viper V2 Pro. These are stock skates, but these are claimed as pretty much some of the best stock skates you can get on a mouse. They are exceptionally good skates, and I've compared quite a few mice with them. Now, Viper V2 Pro, this is on a Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn, pretty middle of the road pad, a fan favorite, a lot of people know it. So here's a glide test. Here's a glide test. Pretty much the same. Again. Up. Up. they're nearly, if not identical in performance. Now, the characteristics of this hybrid design versus four-corner skates, generally four-corner skates are a tad bit faster, but my testing of the Viper V2 Pro on recent reviews, these are incredibly fast, and again, it could be the way they're treated, but also the design of the skates themselves. Regardless, what I'm getting at is these perform nearly identical to the Viper V2 Pro. So huge recommendation. We'll go over some things on the website in a moment, but before I get there, let's talk about this Hotline Games grip tape. So this is the packaging. Pretty nice packaging. You rip it open, and in here, this is obviously the pattern. They kind of show you that, and then you get all the goodies there. I didn't install the DPI and the side buttons. I didn't really want to do that. Kind of finicky with that. My I don't have the patience for that. They have instructions in there, but super clean, simple packaging. Really like it. And this stuff goes for $13.99. Again, I'll show you some price comparison with BTL shortly, but this stuff is awesome. This exactly did what I needed it to do. It's an incredibly tacky, sticky, just locked in feel on the mouse. It's 10 times better than the stock coating. So again, highly recommended, especially if you have mice with kind of OEM fielding coatings, or maybe you just have sweatier hands and you need a better grip on the mouse. And to boot, for me, this design looks freaking stellar, especially with the white. The white with this kind of, I don't even know what they call it, design graffiti, looks freaking awesome. I love it. And I don't know if we can bring it a little bit closer, and you can kind of see it has a kind of like indentation pattern where you get that extra kind of grip when you dig into it. No wear and tear. It's worn beautifully, and there's no discoloring. It feels like it did when I put it on about a week or two ago. I think almost 2 weeks now. Same with the skates themselves. We didn't really touch that. The skates have worn beautifully. There's no abnormal kind of wear to them. I will say, and this is probably what is very common in maybe black skates. This is a better example. This is my Qatar Pro from 2-3 years ago. Never replaced the skates. Black skates do tend to show wear much more easily than white PTFE, so that may be just the misconception that, wow, they wear so much quicker, what have you, but as long as you get good quality stuff, there's really no issue there. Anyway, let's bring you to the website super quick. You get the Hotline Games stuff on Amazon for $13.99. And I show you this. Oh, and also, by the way, there is a black version if you don't necessarily want the kind of colored or pattern. And I show you this, so it's again $10 or $13.99. The BTL stuff I can only find on Lethal Gaming for a reasonable price, but it's literally all out of stock. It's been like that for well over a month now at this point, and they sell for $11.99. So they're super close in price. Lethal Gaming gear you have to pay for shipping, so really you're pretty much in the same ballpark. This stuff works really well. Highly recommend checking it out. Hotline Games grip. So onto the skates. You can see that PureTrak has a ton of different manufacturers that they've worked with and different skates. Some of their skates are pure white PTFE. My understanding from them is they are moving towards that because it's essentially just a battle that they don't want to have of like explaining that there really isn't a difference between the white and the black. So they're moving more of their mice into white PTFE, but the performance is identical as I just proved, but you may get a badge that is either black or white. So just know that your mileage may vary depending. But they all looks like are $9.99, $10, and you get a set of 2. Super good value. Anyway, all my socials are down below, along with any affiliate links and discount codes. In this case, I do have an affiliate code for PureTrak, so you can save 10% off on these skates or any of the other PureTrak products. Obviously, I don't have any association with Hotline Games. You're just going to pay a normal price for that stuff, but check the links in the description. Anyway, on that note, if you had a good time with me today, folks, likes and subs are always appreciated. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. But until the next Fresh Squeeze video, stay thirsty, folks.